Hey, everybody. It is your girl, Hennither Bianca Gantz. And this video is for my HR preneurs, my HR professionals that desire to turn their HR skills into a profitable business. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. Before I continue, make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? And make sure that if you have anything to say, any aha moments, any questions, make sure you put them in the comments box below. I check all of my messages. All right, just wanted to hop on here really quick. I've been doing lots of strategy coaching sessions with fellow HRpreneurs. Our class is actually just about halfway done. We're almost finished, and we're already seeing results. One of our participants has already gotten their first client even before the program ended. So I'm just super pumped. So I wanted to get on here really quick because with the conversations and the strategy sessions that I've had with other HR professionals throughout this past maybe 2 weeks or so, there's one thing that has been resonating, and I wanted to make sure that I shared it with the family. So that one thing is the difference maker, the one thing that would make all of the difference in your HR consulting business. Now, am I saying that it's only one thing that you need? No, but this is the one thing that I definitely believe could make an impact into an impact for you to really go full throttle in your HR consulting business. Whether those of you I know there's some of you that are just interested in being a solopreneur, meaning you are just like, hey, I'm not really trying to hire any staff. I just know I'm trying to replace my job. I'm just trying to get part-time income, and that's it. I'm really not trying to build an empire or whatever. So I'm talking to those of you that are in that lane. I'm also speaking to those of you that are called to build a massive empire, legacy and wealth for your generations after you, right? So regardless of where you are, I still believe that this is the one difference maker. Are you ready for it? Somebody give me a drum roll. Somebody give me a drum roll. So listen, the one difference maker is the word focus. Yeah, I know you thought it was this whole big old epiphany. I know. But no, seriously, we're already in February. If you're watching this, February 2021. I know that there are some of you watching this that said you were going to do some things by January. And by all means, this is not to put the pressure on you. Trust me, I'm the pot calling the kettle black, okay? I've definitely been down that road, and there's still some things that, I knew I was supposed to do and I didn't. I'm like, Lord, forgive me, right? But the one word is really to focus. One of the strategies I want to really encourage you all with today is to literally spend some time. I know, especially for those of you that work, that have families, that, you just got other things going on, right? This is one strategy that's really helped me. And I do this now. I practice this. Write down everything that you need to do or that you would like to do for your HR business. Okay? When I say everything, I mean everything. Everything from research which website platform I'm going to use, with come up with a business name, payment, which payment options am I going to use, develop my independent contractor agreement, my HR services agreement, research companies that need my services. I don't care what it is. I want you to write it down and try to break it down into as many steps as possible. Okay? I want you to write down everything. Okay? Once you write down everything, and I didn't say type now, I know some of you are really, really tech savvy, and I use notes as well in my phone, and I use my Google Drive a whole lot, but there's something wonderful that happens when you specifically write things down. So I want you to write it down. Write down everything, okay? And for those of you that are watching, definitely, I want you to start putting some things in the comments, some of the things that you're going to be putting on your list, okay? Once you write those things down, I want you to highlight, literally get a highlighter or a pen of something, or circle, do whatever you need to do, and highlight those things that you are going to do. Because when you start associating things that you have to do or should do with, man, I got to do this. It just it gives you a different energy. But when you say, oh, I'm going to do this, it just, I mean, come on, say it. So just say, I'm going to do this. It just, you even sit differently, you walk differently, you stand differently, right? When it's like, hey, I'm going to do this, right? Versus I have to. When you say like I have to do things, it it kind of gives a gray area that you may not have, you may not do it, right? So again, write a list of everything that you have to do for your HR biz. And I want you to highlight those things that you're going to do. But here's the thing, the things that you're going to do within the next 30 days. So for me, what I found it was that there were so many things that I felt like I had to do. And I didn't give myself permission to do those things in phases. So just because you have this really long list, if you try to compact all of those things within a week, you're going to feel super overwhelmed. And what may happen is that you get stuck in decision paralysis, right? And you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. No, you know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do, but you just feel stuck because there's so many different things and that you feel like you have to do it, and you're trying to compress it to be done all at one time. So write those things down and write down the things realistically that you can do over the next 30 days. I recommend, unless you really have that ample amount of time, but if you have other things going on like work, like a family life, like ministry life, or whatever else, I would totally recommend that you don't pick more than 7 things. Okay. And make sure you look at the time that it takes, right? So which is the next step. So you want to highlight no more than 7 things. Then within those 7 things, what I want you to do is to put the time frame that it may take to do each of those 7 things. Okay. That's the third thing. Go ahead and annotate the time that it will take to do those 7 things. Once you do that, the next step is to now put it in your calendar. If you don't plan for it, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Right. And you're going to continue to get frustrated. And next thing you know, it'll be 2022. You're going to be like, Hennither, can we, I was supposed to do this 2 years ago. Listen, don't say, especially if you watch this video, don't say I didn't tell you. You see me pointing the pen at you. That means it's serious business. Right. But no, you want to make sure that you allocate the hours, anticipated hours that it may take for that. And then you want to put it in your calendar. I don't care if you have a hard calendar or you have a Google Calendar, but you want to put it in your calendar. I prefer that you put it in maybe some type of Google Calendar so that way you can be alerted. I put reminders on everything. I have a weekly reminders before I have to do a thing, by the way. I set my reminders a week in advance, 3 days in advance, a day in advance, 2 hours in advance, right? So you want to put it in your calendar because most of the time we don't accomplish something because we have not planned for it. So this is a to-do list on steroids, right? Because what I'm trying to get you to do is to focus. And one of the ways that you focus is by prioritizing. You won't be able to do everything, but what are the things that you are going to do? What are the things that you can do? Hey, everybody that's watching live, right? So you want to make sure that you're prioritizing the things that you can do that you're going to do rather within the next 30 days in your HR business. All right. Prioritize it. So what do I mean by that? So one of the things on your list for your HR business tasks might be matter of fact, for those of you watching live, why don't you comment and let me know what are some of the things that you know that you're going to do in the next 30 days to move your HR business forward? What are some of those things? Somebody drop it down in the comments for me, right? So when you have those things, when you put it in your calendar, you now can see where, anyway, let me give you an example. So develop prices. You might be developing prices, right? Like, hey, I got to come up with my pricing. For those of you that have taken any of my classes or work with me one-on-one, I teach you about how to develop your hourly rate, how to develop your package rate, and how to develop your retainer rate. So maybe one of your assignments is to come up with what your pricing is, right? So you're going to literally go to your calendar, right? I don't see any comments. Y'all, I see y'all watching. Put some comments and let me know what you're going to do. But you want to go into your calendar, right? You say, oh, come up with pricing. I'm going to give myself an hour to do that. So what you then do is you go back to your calendar and you look at your calendar and you designate which day you're going to devote an hour. Where do you have an hour in your calendar to devote to developing your pricing strategy? Oh, I see I have time on Wednesday, but during my lunch break, wink, wink, right? Your lunch break is prime time to get things done. Okay. So I have an hour within my lunch break. Let me go ahead and research my prices within my hour lunch break. So again, I'm just encouraging the people. Again, for those of you that are watching live and just joining us, and those of you that may have fast forwarded, I know how that is sometimes. I am talking about the one thing that needs to happen that I've been noticing. I've been doing a lot of coaching sessions, strategy sessions rather, with some HRpreneurs, and I just wanted to cop on here because what I have been finding is that focus is the very thing that is missing. People are just not focusing. Awesome. Kim says you just got started on the LLC and now you're working on the website. Awesome. I'm so glad. Listen, the world is abundant. Someone came to me and said, well, aren't you afraid of giving out too much information? Absolutely not. How dare I think that God only gave me one idea? How dare I limit him? So Kim, I'm so glad that you are finding this information helpful. So let me just recap for everybody, okay? Again, one of the things again that's going to help you is to focus. That yes, is the list along? Are you going to have a long laundry list of things that you would like to do for your HR business? Absolutely. But what you will find is that there are only there are only certain things that really make the difference. So that's what I'm talking to you about, the things that make the difference. And that word is focus. But in order for you to focus, I'm letting you into my life, my strategy of how I focus, because I am a scatter brain. I am always thinking of ideas. I'm a true visionary at its finest definition, right? I always got an idea. You come to me with the business idea or something that you need to do, trust me, you walking away with pages of notes. That's just who I am, right? Unapologetically who I am. So one of the things that helps me is to prioritize. So let me just kind of recap what I shared on the steps on what to do to focus. And I want those of you watching the replay, comment, let me know what are some of the things that you're going to be doing. So Kim, I want to hear from you. What are some of the things that you're going to be doing over the next 30 days? What are some of those things that you're going to do? Use that language. I am going to do X, Y, and Z. So again, let me recap. First thing, write a laundry list of everything that you would like to do in your HR business or for your HR business. Okay. When I say everything, I mean everything. I mean something as simple as purchase pens, purchase business cards, whatever it is. Write down the entire laundry list of things that you would like to do. Okay. And then I want you to go to that list and highlight the things that you are, watch the language, that you are going to do over the next 30 days. Now, as I shared, for those of you that have other things going on in life, like work or like family, like ministry, right? You want to go through that long laundry list, because it probably will be long, and highlight no more than 7 things that you are going to do. Again, if you are overly ambitious, it might be more than 7, but again, I just think you should stick with that 7 mark so you don't get overwhelmed, right? You can definitely do more, but highlight those 7 things that you're going to do over the next 30 days. Okay. Then step number 3, you're going to look at those 7 things and annotate the time that it takes, that you're committing to, and that the time commitment for each of those highlighted tasks that you have listed. Does that make sense, everyone? Right? So you're going to put, research website. I'm going to give myself an hour. And that helps you so you don't get distracted on social media. You don't get distracted on YouTube. You don't get, right? Literally plan it out. So put the amount of time that you are going to invest to that particular task, right? Then what you want to do, step number 4, is go to your calendar. I am strongly encouraging you to use some type of online calendar. Why? Because when when you are using your physical planner, if you don't do it that day, you may not put that task on the next day, right? But in your online calendar or electronic calendar, again, I like to use Google Calendar. I set reminders even before the thing is due. So the 7 things that you highlighted from your list, you're going to now, again, let's just use the website for example. I'm going to research website platform. I've used WordPress, I've used GoDaddy, I've used Wix. Those are 3 that I've used before. So if you're going to go research it, you go and I say, okay, Tuesday. I can do that on Tuesday. I'm going to designate this hour, devote that time to research which website platform I'm going to use. Okay, because I wrote down that it will only take me an hour. This task, developing my pricing strategy, might take me longer than an hour. I think that it might take me about 2 hours to do this. So where do I have 2 hours in my schedule? You know what? I'm not going to be able to do it on Monday because nope, I can't do it Wednesday either. But you know what? I can do it on Saturday morning, right? So again, prioritizing helps you focus. So once you do that, again, my little other tip is to set reminders. So you put it there for Saturday morning that you're going to invest your time, right? That's investing into in yourself. Investing your time for Saturday morning to do that particular task, to research your pricing strategy. And I would set a reminder a week before, 3 days before, 2 hours before, 30 minutes before. So I got lots of reminders like, all right, I call myself B. My middle name is Bianca. So when I talk to myself, I say B. I'm like, all right, B, you got this. All right, I see it popping up. So it doesn't necessarily overwhelm me when I see the reminders, but some people, it might overwhelm them. So just do whatever works for you, especially as it relates to the reminders and the electronic calendars. But again, I just wanted to share this quick tip with you all about how you can focus. You got this. Listen, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And God has given you skills. He's given you this idea that you cannot shake for a reason. And I'm telling you, there are so many companies and employees and individuals that are looking for you in the world. The world is abundant. So I need you to focus, because when you don't show up, that means your people cannot find you. So show up, do what you need to do. Get help if you need help, but do what you say that you're going to do. Be a man or woman of your own word first before you try to have somebody else commit to you, right? So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for commenting. And if you're watching this as a replay, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know, what are some of the things that you're going to work on, that you're going to do over the next 30 days. Over the next 30 days, I want to hear about it. So if you are interested in taking your HR business to the next level, and you're like, hey, I'm ready to, I've done some of the things, I've done all that I can do, and I'm ready to move to the next level, feel free to go on to kingdomhr.biz, schedule a strategy session with me, or feel free to see some of the other courses that we might have coming up that you might be interested in. So again, that's kingdomhr.biz. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to command your day. Have a good one, everyone.